It's May 22nd, and you're tuned in to Made for Mondays with Justin Lester. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope that last week was helpful to you as we engage with artificial intelligence and you and actually what it is and giving some definition to artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to continue our journey in talking about artificial intelligence and leadership and discussing some daily practices and daily ways that artificial intelligence can actually make us more productive, namely in light of adaptive leadership. So I think it'll be fun. I enjoy this stuff, and I think you'll enjoy it too. So thank you for tuning in to Made for Mondays. You own your Mondays. Mondays don't own you. Let's talk about AI and adaptive leadership and how it works for you to be a better leader.
Well, hey, Made for Mondays listeners, Justin here. I'm on here to give a shameless plug about, my book. I wrote a book called Necessary Endings. And this book is simply a book detailing, it's called Some Things Need to Die for You to Live. It details 4 different funerals that I believe you need to have to go on a journey of mental well-being and mental success. I pray that you take a moment to go ahead and grab it. You can grab it on my website at jrlester.com or on Amazon. It's a book that addresses mental health, faith, journeys, relationships, friendships, everything in between. Prayerfully, it'll help you be all that you need to be, everything God's called you to be. So go ahead, take a copy of Necessary Endings, Some Things Need to Die for You to Live, available on Amazon or on jrlester.com. Thank you.
Today, I want to discuss the intersection of artificial intelligence and adaptive leadership. So let's start at the beginning though, right? So artificial intelligence refers to the ability to use machines and computer systems to perform tasks that require human intelligence. Those things we discussed last week are like learning and reasoning and problem solving. And AI technology uses algorithms and statistics to analyze data, recognize patterns, and make predictions. Now, these systems are designed to learn and improve over time using machine learning and deep learning techniques. But think about it like this. Jack and Jill went up a what? What artificial intelligence does is it searches the web, it searches our phones, it searches everything we have to think about what is the most statistically probable next word. So Jack and Jill went up a hill. Did they go up? Did they go up a mountain? Well, statistically more than likely they went up a hill. And be based upon the wording we find online. That's what it is on a very, very minute, very, very small scale. That's what artificial intelligence is doing. It's been used for years. We talked about this last week about how it's used to help translate things. It's been used to help process things. It's been used in healthcare. It's been used on your computer. It's been used on your phone. It's been used in Siri and used in Alexa. I mean, artificial intelligence has been used for years. And so now as we engage it, let's look at us so as leaders and those of you across the screen about leadership. So for me, one of the core areas I love to engage is adaptive leadership. You guys have heard me quote a number of times on this podcast, Ronald Heifetz. Ronald Heifetz to me is one of the greatest adaptive leaders that ever existed. And he talked about how leadership for him sits on a razor edge and how adaptive leadership is a way to lead in such a way that I think engenders humanity among people. And that's the type of leadership goals that I have personally, and pedagogy, if you will, that I have personally. Adaptive leadership is a leadership approach that focuses on leading in changing environments. That's the reason why you can have constant change and transformation within adaptive leadership, because it's characterized by the ability to get a lot of feedback, have a really intentional culture of innovation, and you're constantly improving. But the way you do that, you have to build relationships in the midst of adaptive leadership because it's fast-paced, just like the world. It's constantly changing, just like the world. And so therefore, you've modeled your workplace like that. So 5 things that really go into adaptive leadership that I would challenge you, and then we'll talk about the intersection then of adaptive leadership and artificial intelligence. Number 1, if you're going to be an adaptive leader, if you're looking to engage or deepen your leadership goals, number 1, self-awareness. That adaptive leaders have to be aware of their own strengths and weaknesses, and then you staff your weaknesses. Because if you are unaware of your strengths and weaknesses, and you begin to staff people in your strengths and your weaknesses are too big, this thing won't move at the pace that you need it to move. Number 2, adaptive leader must have learning agility. You're able to learn quickly and apply knowledge immediately in different situations. That means you're reading something and you're getting the depth immediately because you're agile in your learning. Number 3, you're flexible. Adaptive leaders, you have to be able to change your approach as circumstances change, and you're constantly open to new ideas and perspectives. You're not implementing everything because every opportunity isn't a necessary opportunity, but you're not implementing every new idea, but you're open to new ideas. Number 4, you must have empathy. You have to understand the needs and perspective of others and use this to build strong relationships and realize that it takes some time to get everybody on the bus. And when you get them on the bus, love them while they're on the bus. And lastly, must be resilient. You got to be able to bounce back from changes and setbacks and perseverance in the midst of decisions you make, in the midst of opportunities that are in your way. Adaptive leadership, to me, is a great leadership approach because it makes you adapt to changing circumstances, learn from feedback, possess this, and move forward, and take it off the chin if it doesn't go as well as you want it to. You're able to lead organizations to great success in a rapidly changing world. So how do we do this then? If you're going to merge artificial intelligence, which is constantly evolving and changing, and then be an adaptive leader who's constantly evolving and changing in a world that is constantly evolving and changing. Well, let's talk about this intersection. The intersection of artificial intelligence and adaptive leadership is the ability to make better decisions because you're providing insights and key predictions based upon data. See, artificial intelligence can help you identify patterns and trends in your workplace that you may not have noticed, while you were over here having the empathy and the intentionality of your leadership because you know the people you're with. And together you make informed, great decisions and adjust your strategy because you've seen the future. So here's some daily ways you can use AI to be more productive in adaptive leading spaces. I would challenge you to use AI-powered analytics tools to track key performance indicators, KPIs, and monitor your employees and yourself towards the goals you set. For example, a marketing manager in your company can use AI-powered tools to analyze customer data and identify which marketing channels are the ones that are driving the most sales. You can do this as well in terms of your customer retention. Like, what data can you constantly see, live data that's coming in that sees not just the general how much they're purchasing or how many people are visiting, but what type of people are visiting your website, what type of people are visiting your office, what interests do they have, and what is artificial intelligence telling you about how you can use AI-powered image creation to alter what people are wearing and what they're doing on your websites and on your social media pages and on your videos so that you can ensure you're reaching the people that your organization wants. That information can help you be more strategic with your strategy. Another way you can use AI is to be more productive by using virtual assistants to manage your schedule and to automate your routine tasks. One of the things that I personally do is I have an AI virtual assistant that helps schedule meetings and send follow-up emails and even sometimes book travel. It's crazy, but it frees up so much time because I'm able just to write back to this person in artificial intelligence on my email who does all the great work for me to schedule and manage things for me. And lastly, leaders, you can use AI to improve your communication and collaboration with your team. See, a chatbot, an AI-powered chatbot, is used to provide quick answers to common questions. So it frees up your team. It frees up your people on your team to focus on the more complex things. AI gives you an opportunity to collaborate and utilize so that you can get real-time insight. Your people can watch real-time insight while people are doing the mundane, basic things that you no longer have to worry about. Altogether, the intersection of artificial intelligence and adaptive leadership provides an opportunity for you to be more productive, for you to make better decisions, and these collaboration tools allow you to streamline your workflow and focus on your tasks that require your real expertise. That's really it. I know that was a lot. Take a listen again, if you will. Thank you for tuning in to Made for Mondays. I'm so glad you guys tuned in with us today. Have an amazing, amazing day. Remember, you are made for Mondays. Mondays don't own you. You own your Mondays. Have an amazing day.